A couple of weeks ago, I referenced the book The Goal when we were defining productivity. Like, how do you know if you're being productive? And the author uses this really easy way. It's if you're doing an action that gets you closer to your goal, you're being productive. And if you're doing an action that doesn't give you closer to your goal, you're not being productive. So I really love the simplicity of that definition. Another concept that he identifies in the book is the idea of constraints and bottlenecks. And it's a similar concept that's in my favorite book, Clockwork by Mike Michalowicz. And I'm wondering, are you the bottleneck in your business? And actually, I probably shouldn't even say, are you the bottleneck? I should probably say, where are you the bottleneck in your business? I was asking myself that this morning as I was spending a couple hours looking at PowerPoints and action guides and all these things. And I realized in my company, I'm the only one who creates content, which means that that's a constraint in my business. I'm doing the content. No one else is doing the content, which means the amount of time I'm spending doing content, I'm not spending anywhere else in my business. And when PowerPoints need approved and action guides need approved and copy for presentation blurbs need approved, I'm the only one who can do that. So with that realization this morning came the idea that I need a plan. And so I'm working on some steps internally to make some changes there. What can you do? Where are you the bottleneck right now in your business? And what are the things that you can do to start to lessen that bottleneck? Now, here's the deal. I am not going to, at this moment, hire someone to do all my content. But I know that I can lessen the amount of time I spend on creating content if I'm a little more diligent and a little more thoughtful up front on how to reuse and adapt and adjust content. I can flesh out my style guide and guidelines for my assistants so that there's less back and forth on how I like things to look or how I like things worded. If I can be more clear up front, they won't have as much that needs my input on until final approval. So there's just a couple tiny tips of what some of the things that I can do on one of the bottlenecks I've identified in my business. And there's certainly a couple more. What about you? What are some constraints in your business? What are some bottlenecks you're seeing? And what are some steps you can take to open those bottlenecks up? I would love your ideas and your thoughts, so please post below.